Yo, fam. Yeah, welcome once again. This is my channel. This is Tokal Beats as usual, and you know what it is. So today I want to show you guys how I do my vocal processing. Yeah, I'm using Cubase 5. Yeah, this is the DAW or DAW I'm going to use today, and I want to show you how I do it, my style. You know, everybody has their own style. So for me, I will show you how I process my vocals from scratch. So for this project, I'm going to use a raw vocal. It's a raw vocal, and I want to show you how I do it. But before anything else, I want you to have a listen to a preview of the vocal. Yeah.
She says she wanna go now, nikamwambia nisubiri mara moja. Ai, akusita kangoja, nikampatia shoti mbili na soda. Hey, she says she wanna go now, nikamwambia nisubiri mara moja. Ai, akusita kangoja, nikampatia shoti mbili na soda. Hey.
Yeah. So that is it. Yeah, it's a raw vocal. As you can see, I've never uh, introduced any processing, any plugin, any effect. Yeah, this is the group. This is the group for this track, and I have disabled all the plugins. I've switched them off. Yeah, all the processing because I want to show you how I do it. So firstly, once I have that track recorded, I have to route it to a group, and for this, I created a group. This is how you create a group. You just select anywhere, then you add track, you add group channel, track. You select this one, then you have your group. So after that, you select your channel, you route it through this part here. Yeah. This is the output routing. So you just start that. It takes you to somewhere down there. It chooses you. It gives you the option to choose the group you want to route that channel. So for me, I have three groups here, but I'm going to. I have already routed it to group one, which is this group here. So first thing first, yeah, that's a raw vocal, nothing added, and for me, this is my way. So first thing first, I have to add the first EQ. So because I want to take away the muddiness to the track. This is the channel. Before I go to the group, this is the channel where I've recorded the verse. So first thing first, I put this EQ and an auto tune. So the auto tune, you understand, it is to tune the vocal to the key of the song. So here, this is what I choose. I open on an EQ. I choose an inbuilt EQ from Steinberg Cubase, and I chose lead vocal male 2, this one. So that thing has an effect on the vocal. Let me put it off first before I play the vocal again.
She says she wanna go now, nikamwambia nisubiri mara moja. Ai.
So as you can listen, that vocal is muddy. Yeah, it needs some cleaning. So this does the first phrase of the cleaning. So once I introduce it, you're going to feel a very huge effect.
She says she wanna go now, nikamwambia nisubiri mara moja. Ai, akusita kangoja, nikampatia shoti mbili na soda.
Yeah, for this one, you can see I rolled off the lows and I boosted the highs a little bit because this is a vocal. Yeah, so I left the mids intact, and that is the effect it has. It cuts off the lows, the muddiness, and try to shines the high frequencies. So after that, I introduce the auto tune. So the auto tune, the key for this song was B flat, major, B flat major. This one here. So when I add the auto tune, I just use soprano voice. That is the input type I use, but you can choose any. You can use alto, tenor, any, as long as it sounds good. So on the return speed for this singer, I I chose 7. Yeah, number 7. Yeah, I can't go below that. I mean, I can go above that because it's going to sound robotic. So number 7, that is the best I could do for this song. Now you can listen to the song now with the auto tune on.
She says she wanna go now, nikamwambia nisubiri mara moja. Ai, akusita kangoja, nikampatia shoti mbili na soda. Hey,
Without it,
she says she wanna go now, nikamwambia nisubiri mara moja. Ai, akusita kangoja.
so you can feel the effect. You can feel the effect. In fact, I feel like it is too much auto tune. I can reduce it by 1 or 2, around 9, 10 there. It's healthy. At least you don't make the singer sound too much of a robot.
She says she wanna go now, nikamwambia nisubiri mara moja.
That's enough. So I used 9 as the value for the return speed. So that is it. That is what I use from the channel, the verse, that is the main verse, the EQ, and the auto tune before I go to the group where I have wrote this verse. So when we go to the group, this is group 1. First thing first, I have to introduce. You have to put an effect that cleans the voice. You know, it depends with the room. Yeah, when your room is not well treated, when its acoustics are not up to standard, definitely you are going to have vocals which have lots of background voices, room noise, you know, all that. So to cater for that, you have to introduce a plugin or an effect that is going to take care of the noise. So for me, my room, I can say it has the best. I can say it has the best treatment. So I always use a noise gate. Yeah. And this is inbuilt. It's a stock plugin with Cubase. Comes with Cubase. So I chose clean lead vox and I tweaked the parameters here. When you choose clean lead vox, this is what you get. But once you leave it that way, you are going to have lots of. It has a very huge. The threshold here is too much, so I reduce it down there, and the hold around 200, 200 and 200, 230 there, so that when the vocal, sorry, when the vocal comes in and it stops, the work of this plugin is to silence the noise after the vocal. That is what it does. We call it a gate. Yeah, so instead of you coming to open the vocal and turn off or silence these parts, you don't have to do that. It's going to be lots of work. You just use a gate. A gate controls the sound. Yeah, so let's listen the effect that gate has.
She says she wanna go now, nikamwambia nisubiri mara moja. Ai, akusita kangoja, nikampatia shoti mbili na soda. Hey,
Yeah, so you don't hear any voice. You don't have here. You don't hear any noise, any background noise after that. Yeah, but for this I used a gate. It is recommended that you use if the vocal has noise in it. It's recommended that you use um, instead of a gate, you use a voice cleaning plugin. Um, I can still use Zeno Stereo from Waves. I can use this is denoiser. This is this is also from a stock plugin from Cubase. I can use that. I can also use many other plugins. Yeah. I still can use X noise. And remember, this group is in stereo, so you have to choose your plugins, your presets, your effects in stereo mode. Yeah, I can use that as a very powerful plugin to remove the background noise. But for me, I don't want to complicate things because my room doesn't have lots of noise, so I just use the gate. So after that, you then have to introduce an EQ. An EQ is an effect, a plugin, or we can say it's an effect of cleaning the voice, equalizing. So you introduce an EQ, you chop the lows. For me, I chop the lows from 0 up to around 92. Yeah, I get done with that because that is madness. The human ear can perceive voices, sound from around 96 hertz until around 18, 17, 17, 18,000 there, kilohertz. It has. So this is a surgical EQ, surgical cut that I introduced here. So it's an EQ, but I got rid of the muddiness, the frequencies that bring me the muddiness when I listen to the vocal.
She says she wanna go now, nikamwambia nisubiri mara.
And then I boosted the highs because it has to sound bright. Yeah. So without this, let's listen.
She says she wanna go now, nikamwambia nisubiri mara moja. Ai, akusita kangoja, nikampatia shoti mbili na soda. Hey!
Now with it, you're going to feel or hear a very huge difference.
She says she wanna go now, nikamwambia nisubiri mara moja. Ai, akusita kangoja, nikampatia shoti mbili na soda. Hey!
Awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah.
She says she wanna go now, nikamwambia nisubiri mara moja. Ai, akusita kangoja, nikampatia shoti mbili na soda. Hey!
Yeah. So that's it. That's it. That's how it does. That's what it does. So after that, I introduce a compressor. The compressor is for the levels. Yeah. So it brings the low levels to a certain threshold, to a certain position, and then the high are compressed down to a certain position that you will choose. So it's for the dynamics of the track. You try to make the track dynamic level. Yeah. So the best for you, I can advise the best compression is that one that you do manually. Yeah, but because sometimes you have almost 200 tracks recorded, it's going to be very, very tiresome to manually compress every vocal. For me, you can see, like visual, you can see this track. This track is compressed, that's its level, manually compressed. I use this fader, this one. So I want to leave headroom for the plugins, for the effects. So that's why you see I have a lot of headroom here. Yeah. So I manually tweak this track until I go to this level. I think that is healthy. And then that's the first phase of compression. And then I introduced the compressor here. So for the compressor, I used FabFilter Pro C. I proceed to, and on the preset size, I went to vocals, chose control, and the threshold around 21, 20, 29, around there, depends with the loudness of the vocal. So I chose 29 for that one, ratio around 3 point something, it's not bad. Yeah, an attack of around 0, and a release that's around 222 milliseconds. Yeah, so that's pretty much the settings that you need from FabFilter. So with the compression on, let's listen to the track.
She says she wanna go now, nikamwambia nisubiri mara moja. Ai, akusita kangoja, nikampatia shoti mbili na soda. Hey! She says she wanna go now, nikamwambia nisubiri mara moja. Ai, akusita kangoja.
Now without it,
she says she wanna go now.
with it.
She says she wanna go now.
Subtle, but very, very beautiful. Yeah, now after that, I went for an extra compression. And before I put the sources like the reverb, the delays, and all that, I went and added another extra compression, as you can see here. And but this time I used this compression as a send. So I went. How do you create a send here? You just right click on any part here, and then you choose add FX channel track, choose stereo, then look for the effect you want to choose. So the compressor, a filter, proceed to, and then once I do that, it's okay. I have the compressor set. Yeah, so I remove that. So for this, I use the inbuilt Steinberg compressor here. Yeah, and I chose the effect, the preset clean lead vocal. Clean lead vocal. Yeah, lead vocals in your face. Yeah, that one is going to give you a preset, very good foundation. Yeah, so after that, I want to choose to bring this to my track. So I have to use it as a send. When I come here, select here, I choose the compressor here. So I choose the compressor and I tweak it to the levels that I want. So for me, around -2.23 there, that is where I felt the effect. Let's listen with the compressor on.
She says she wanna go now. Nikamwambia nisubiri mara moja.
Without the compressor on.
She says she wanna go now. Nikamwambia nisubiri mara moja.
So you can feel that the track has gained some extra dynamics, and it is a little bit fat, a little bit brighter with this compressor on. Yeah, that is how powerful that is. So after that, I had to introduce a distortion plugin. You know, vocals. Yeah, for me, I use distortion. This is like an exciter. For me, I used it as an exciter. So I try to bring the vocal to life. Yeah, as the word goes, excite. Yeah, I try to open the vocal so that it gets to be rich, the highs, the defined highs. So I chose Ascend and I used an inbuilt or a stock plugin from Cubase. And this is the tube. This is the plugin. And I chose warm distortion, drive around 70. Yeah, the drive, how much drive you want, how much distortion you want, and the output of the effect that you chose here, and the balance. So the balance around 52 for my output for this track, around -9.55 was okay, and the drive around 76. This is the amount of distortion I want. So let's listen with and without the distortion. Let me put it off. Now let's listen to the vocal.
She says she wanna go now. Nikamwambia nisubiri mara moja. Akusita kangoja. Nikampatia shoti mbili na soda.
Now let's listen with the distortion on. And I twerked with this send level. You can twerk it whatever you want. You start it from 0 and then you play the track. You increase until you feel it's the right spot. You hit the spot. So let's do that now.
She says she wanna go now. Nikamwambia nisubiri mara moja.
For me, that is where I feel like that's the sweet spot. So let's listen with it.
She says she wanna go now. Nikamwambia nisubiri mara moja.
Now without it.
She says she wanna go now. Nikamwambia nisubiri mara moja.
With it.
Akusita kangoja.
Awesome. So that is the effect distortion has. It excites the vocals. It makes the vocals rich. It brings defined high ends. Yeah. And it brings the sound, the vocal to life. Yeah. So from there, I went with now the effects. Now the other effects, I call them the sauces, the sauce. Yeah, the toppings. So first thing first, I have to introduce a delay, and I put I introduce the delay as a send, and this delay I used the delay from Waves. This is the HD delay stereo. Yeah, yeah. And for the setting, you definitely have to choose. It chooses. I'm not. It selects the BPM of the song for you. For this song, it is 94. It automatically selects the BPM, and I chose the delay around a quarter for a quarter ping pong delay. I chose the ping pong on a quarter. Yeah. Then I removed the analog. I turned off the analog. This is the noise, the reverb noise.
She says she wanna go now.
So I turned it off, and the dry wet around 50 there, 50. The output around 50 there. Your eyes will decide whatever the amount of delay you want, but these are the main setting is this one here, the delay setting. Yeah, so you choose a quarter and then choose ping pong. For me, I chose ping pong because I wanted the ping pong effect, that effect where the vocal delay shifts from right left, plays from right left. Yeah, so that it isolates the main vocal. So let's listen to the effect of this delay and how it brings the track to life. Now, without it.
She says she wanna go now. Nikamwambia nisubiri mara moja.
When I introduce the delay.
She says she wanna go now. Nikamwambia nisubiri mara moja. Ai, akusita kangoja. Nikampatia shoti mbili na
Yeah, that's the effect that this delay brings. That's the effect. Yeah, you can tweak with the effect, the delay filter. That is the delay. If you want to EQ the delay, and for me, I chopped off the highs to around 2.97K, because when I leave it like that, the way it is, just the things it's off now. You can listen to the effect it has.
She says she wanna go.
So the effect of the delay sounds like the main voice, and I want the delay effect to be isolated from the main vocal, so that the listener can have everything occupies its own space. So I chopped off the highs so that the delay is in a phone call effect.
Now, nikamwambia nisubiri mara moja.
That way, yeah, that's awesome. You can still, if you want, you can chop off the lows. That is the effect it has.
She says she wanna go.
Same. I mean, that's a good effect for me. I'll choose this around there. 67.
She says she wanna go now. Nikamwambia nisubiri mara moja.
That's awesome. So that's it. And after that, I forgot something. I have turned off this effect here. This is an EQ that comes with Cubase. Yeah, you just choose this window here. So you enable the EQ from this. This is the low band, this is the mid, this is the high mids, and this is the highs. So you turn it off and turn it on using this button here. So these are the lows. I chopped off the lows and I boosted the highs. Yeah, and it also has an overall effect on the track. Let's listen to it.
She says she wanna go now. Nikamwambia nisubiri mara moja.
Now let's listen to the track without this EQ tweaking.
She says she wanna go now. Nikamwambia nisubiri mara moja.
So you can feel that the track opens up. It opens up. Yeah, I chopped off the lows and I boosted the highs. And that is the effect it has. Now, from there, we have done almost. lots. I mean, we have done almost everything that is needed. What's remaining now is a reverb to add to the source, because we have to the sound. We have to take the sound and bring it into a room, yeah, to a space. Yes, the reverb adds space to the vocals, yeah, because now they are very dry. So I introduce a delay plugin. I can use it as a send, but for me, I prefer just using it here. It's okay. Um, so for the reverb, this is a reverb from Valhalla. Yeah, this is a reverb from Valhalla, but still you can choose any reverb you want. It doesn't matter as long as it does the work. So let's listen to what this plugin does.
She says she wanna go now, nikamwambia nisubiri mara moja. Ai, akusita kangoja, nikampatia shoti mbili na soda. Hey, she says she wanna go now.
So this is the overall effect of the reverb. That is the mix, the overall mix. I can choose the value I want, but for me around 7.37 there. I think that is a healthy mix of the reverb, because when I choose a higher mix, means I'm going to have a very weird lots of space, room space.
She says she wanna go.
That's a lot. I just use around 7, 6.9. Yeah, the pre-delay around 1.6. Yeah, and the decay around 3 there. And I chopped off the lows up to 210 hertz, and the highs around 8,000 hertz. I think that's very a healthy setting. You're going to have a very good reverb.
She says she wanna go now, nikamwambia nisubiri mara moja.
That's good. And then I'm still adding on. I felt like I still need some excitement. I mean, still an exciter. I need to open up the voice. I need to feel that shh from the highs, and I can't boost here. So I decided to add an OTT. Everybody knows what an OTT is. This is like a distortion plugin, a compressor, same time like a multiband compressor. It does lots of things. Yeah, in short, they say it does brings bad sound to sound good. So for me, I introduced this. I've been using OTT for a long time on my vocals, and it's a magic small plugin. So let me show you what it does. Let me put it off first, and let's listen to the vocal.
She says she wanna go now, nikamwambia nisubiri mara moja.
Now let's put it on and listen to the effect it has overall.
She says she wanna go now, nikamwambia nisubiri mara moja. Ai, akusita kangoja.
Yeah, I don't have to talk about that. I'm sure you can feel the effect. For this tutorial, you have to use headphones, or you have to use monitor speakers if you have one. Yeah, because these small subtle effects I'm using, I'm showing you. You have to feel them. You have to feel them from your eyes, and if you use your phone speakers, the speakers from your phone are small speakers. You don't feel whatever I'm doing here. So that is the OTT. And then lastly, they say you DS before anything, but for me, they say you break the rules. Music has no rules. So for me, I introduced the de-esser as like my last plugin here from my insert. So I introduced the de-esser from Webs, and I just brought the threshold. I chose Mel S. This cuts off the sibilance. So the sibilance that comes from the high ends. Yeah. So it chops off and brings the vocal, cuts off the extra sharpness, those frequencies that can destroy your eardrums. So I chopped off. I used a threshold of around 2930. depends with the artist's sibilance. So this is how it sounds without the de-esser.
She says she wanna go now.
Now with it,
she says she wanna go now.
You can see, if you see this attenuation turning red to a certain value here, it means this de-esser is working. It's working.
She says she wanna go now.
So if you see this is like a small compression that happens on the S sounds, the sibilance. So it's getting reduced for you.
Nikamwambia nisubiri mara moja, ai akusita kangoja, nikampatia shoti mbili na soda.
Now, from there, I have nothing else to add on. That is how I process my vocals. And if you want to follow up how I did the effect from scratch, I can switch all these effects off and then I turn them on, and you're going to listen to the difference.
She says she wanna go now.
That is the initial vocal we heard.
She says she wanna go now. Nikamwambia nisubiri mara moja, ai akusita kangoja, nikampatia shoti mbili na soda.
Now let me put everything on and then we'll listen to the effect this thing has. Everything on. Now this is the final.
She says she wanna go now. Nikamwambia nisubiri mara moja, ai akusita kangoja, nikampatia shoti mbili na soda. Hey.
Now that's good. Now when I introduced the instrumental, you just balance your vocal with the instrumental until you get it to a sweet spot. Now let's listen with the instrumental on.
She says she wanna go now. Nikamwambia nisubiri mara moja, ai akusita kangoja, nikampatia shoti mbili na soda. Hey. She says she wanna go now. Nikamwambia nisubiri mara moja, ai akusita kangoja, nikampatia shoti mbili na soda. Hey. She says she wanna go now. Nikamwambia nisubiri mara moja, ai akusita kangoja, nikampatia shoti mbili na soda. Hey. She says she wanna go now. Nikamwambia nisubiri mara moja, ai akusita kangoja, nikampatia shoti mbili na soda. Hey.
Yeah, so that is the effect. That's the effect. It's a very, very good song. Yeah, and I feel like everything is done. I don't have anything else. I don't have any secret source. I do anything secret that I do. This is what I do. This is how I process my vocals. So I'm sure we're going to, for those who love this, or if you love whatever I did, you can use that. You can improve it, yeah, to bring your vocals to sound professional. I can't say that man that professional, but this is how I do my things.
She says she wanna go now. Nikamwambia nisubiri mara moja, ai akusita kangoja, nikampatia shoti mbili na soda. Hey. She says she wanna go now. Nikamwambia nisubiri mara moja, ai akusita kangoja, nikampatia shoti mbili na soda. Hey. The way she wanna roll, haki Mungu anajua kwa pozi za kishua, she so fine, she so beauty. Baby akiwalai, umenishika nganganga, na kwako siwezi hama, kwa giza nikumate.